flakes. So it gives us a very cool effect. You're just going to click and hold, and we're just going to brush in everything around her face. And we can include our neck here if we want as well. We're going to have a bit of the shadow there so you can still see the neckline and her chin line. Just going to scroll down, make sure we get everything in here. Go up here. We'll color this in. We'll color all of this in our dried flakes. And like I said, when you do this, you can have a picture of yourself. Color this in. And you can choose the dried flakes, or maybe you can think of something that might actually work well. I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller just so I can work in this area here and still kind of keep the shapes. I don't want to lose the shapes in the nose, so I'm going to carefully do the nose so we can still see that. And then around her eyes here, I don't want to lose this as much. I'm going to change my transparency, in other words the opacity. I'm going to go down to say 20%. So when I work in this area, we're going to still see those flakes, but not quite as apparent as we change the transparency of it. So we'll do the same over here. And we can fix some of the spots up here, like so. Bit of her ears. Might want to change the opacity even lower, so I make sure I don't mess anything too much up there. All right. Looks good. We've got our scary carny that we've met at the fair. Now, next thing we'll do is we'll zoom in, so Control Plus. Let's try to do something with these teeth to make these teeth a little bit scarier. So what if we do some fangs? So if I want to do some fangs, I'm going to go to Filter. Sorry, we want to make sure we're on the right layer. So we're going to go on this layer here, which is her, because we want to change part of this. And I'm going to go to Filter, we'll go to Distort, and we'll go to Liquify. And we're going to have to zoom in on those teeth. So Control Plus to get to the teeth. And we can see that this brush is too large, so we'll change this down. And we are going to give her some fangs here. So we're going to click on the tooth and just try to bring it down slightly. I'm going to change my brush pressure a little bit higher. I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to give her some nice fangs. There, that looks pretty good. We're going to click on OK. And we're going to go Control minus just to zoom out. Looks good. And the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to change the eye color. So to do that, we're going to go to click on this top layer here. And we're actually going to create a new layer. We're going to go Layer, new fill layer, solid color. So that's layer, new fill layer, solid color. Click on that. And we're going to call it blue. Fill. Click OK. And we want a nice blue. So we're going to get something like this here, really nice light blue. Click OK. You can see that the top layer is blue and it's covered up everything. We don't want that. It's because of the layer we've created. So in order to get back to our picture, we're going to make sure this is selected and go down here, and we want to change this back to black. So this is black here now in the foreground. I've changed it. And so when we go up here, I want to make this black, and that will bring back our image, if you remember from the last time we did this. To do this, we have to go Alt backspace. So now we've got our image back, and we are going to go Control plus and zoom in so we can do the eyes. And we are going to change the eye color. To do that, remember, we have to paint white on this black here. So I need to change this to white. So now it's white. We'll go to our brush tool, and we got to make our brush the right size. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. We can change the opacity a little bit. We just want some of this blue to come through. So we're going to paint in this blue. So when you do it, make sure you choose a color that really brings out the eyes. You could do a light green if you wanted. You could pick maybe a light red. Something that really stands out. So now if we go Control minus, there, we have finished. I would like you to duplicate this with a picture of yourself that you'll need to take if you haven't done already. This has been using layer mask to create our character. Hope you enjoy doing this one. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.